Enchanté, mon chers. Bonsoir. It's me. How is everybody? I'm good. I just got in from work. We had a chill little Sunday with the crew. Good times, good times. We had a little bit of a storm, and so it was really cozy and pretty exciting. I kind of love like a weather advisory where everybody's just gonna kind of like hunker down and like take cover. And we had some really big lightning striking and some really loud thunder, and then boom, our power went out. And like we had a few tables that had just come in. It was like early in the shift, and the power was out for a couple of minutes, and everybody was like, ooh, what are we gonna do? And like we were like, oh, but wait, like really, what are we gonna do? We can't use the computers. Like only the grill's gonna work. Like, oh my god. And so then we ended up having to use those like paper pads with like the carbon layers, but then like I don't know, nobody wants to comply and just give you like the whole order at once and let you course it out. So then I'm just like going on like multiple pages of I'm like, oh my gosh, no, I did not leave enough room for people to like add in drinks at the last minute and have to circle back around. I've got to start another tab. Oh my gosh, how am I ever going to add this up? So I was like, you know what? I can't handle this. This is unacceptable. Universe, get this power back right. Get the internet back online. Like, get the computer systems back up. I will not be spending this evening this way. And before we knew it, everything was worked out. And before I even had to put their order in, it was fixed. So yay, many blessings. But yeah, we are here for our weekly Oracle energy forecast for the week. And basically on Sundays, what I do is I pull cards from the Oracle of Oddities. And this tells us the energetic weather for the week and sort of like the spiritual influence that we'll be living under. This is sort of like the tone of the conditions. And so then on Mondays, I do an anchor message for the week. And what that is we pull archetypes and tarot cards about our soul assignments that we will play out and play with within the week, within the spiritual weather that we learned about on Sunday. And so then fast forward to Wednesday, where we hone in on the spiritual lessons with the alchemy deck and more tarot cards. And so that gives us application of what needs to be done or what's going on. And then on Fridays, we take a look at the weekend, and usually it's all about reflecting and doing inner work. So just to give you a rundown. So tonight, yes, energy forecast for the week. Our first card is dreams. This is interesting because one of my personal cards for my weekly reading, I always do my personal weekly reading on Sunday morning. It's one of my rituals. But one of my cards is imagination. And so I love this card about, like, I just love that all the flowers in bloom up in the mind. And it's just like really be mindful and intentional about like what thoughts you're cultivating. And letting your dreams flourish and blossom and bloom within your mind and within your heart and within your imagination. You know, let yourself be a little risky, even if it's just in your mind, right? Be willing to think big and risk, you know, leaning into a dream, right? That might seem far-fetched, but let yourself play with it in your mind. You know, we're so quick to just hold ourselves back. How many times do you find yourself dreaming about something that could be amazing or a little bit bigger than you're comfortable with, but like what if, you know, kind of thing. And it's like immediately your ego is like, don't even entertain those thoughts. How irresponsible of you to just waste your energy on flippant fantasy. Oh, surely you know, this is like, you know, too good to be true. I mean, like the voice always comes back and it's like, makes you feel ashamed or almost even irresponsible for allowing yourself to dream. But like every great person in history that ever made an impact in the world at all, or in their environment or on their art or their craft or whatever, or what have you, you know, they allowed themselves the space to let their dreams flourish before they extinguished them with practicality, you know? So yeah, I feel like all kinds of things in your mind and in your dreams are blossoming through the week. And so I think it's good to just lean into the appreciation of that and let yourself ruminate in that and really surrender to the positive aspects of using your imagination with intention, and feeding visions of success and optimal outcomes and positive outcomes. It's funny because when our ego is making us go through like those dress rehearsing tragedy and disaster, and when you're going through all the worst case scenarios in your mind, or you're catastrophizing, or you've got like a self-fulfilling prophecy cooking up in your mind, it's like your ego tells you then that you're just troubleshooting, that you're being responsible, that oh yeah, you're being reasonable, rational, like no one's pulling the wool over your eyes, but it's like you're just suffocating your own flame. And that's what we've been really working on and utilizing the influence of the astrology right now. Jupiter is moving into Taurus, so it's going to be expanding themes of love and abundance and joy and happiness and things that light you up in your life, and in your intimate surroundings, like what really alights you and brings beauty into your world. So lean into that. Mars had moved into Leo out of Cancer. And so now it's like our drive and our willpower and our sense of industry and confidence have been reignited. And so now it's like, having just gone through the Sagittarius full moon, where we've been able to like release a lot and let go of a lot of our old thinking and ways and patterns and habits, and like start fresh in like this expanded, philosophy. That's who Sagittarians are. They're expansive, and they're adventurous, and they're philosophical, and they're optimistic, right? So really feed that optimism and use the power of appreciation and joy and love and vivid imagination to create the manifestations that you want to call in. Be in the state of having, and feel in the state of having before you have it. And that's what gets you into vibrational resonance with what you want before you have it. And that is how you really figure out that every time we want something, we really just want the fulfillment of the light that is packed within that vessel. Whether I want to pull cards for fun, or whether I want to drink a glass of water or drink a glass of wine, or whether I am, wanting to hang out with friends, or whether I feel like, ooh, I want to buy this piece of art to put on the wall. Like there's something about what I'm reaching for that I feel is going to bring fulfillment, that's going to bring delight and a spark of light, right? Like a little high. The problem is that we think that it's the vessel that the light is encapsulated in that is giving us the satisfaction. And that is what it is to worship idols, right? But what we really need to realize is that what we seek in every vessel is the fulfillment of the light. That what we feel, what we get the high off of within every vessel is really and truly the light of Creator. It's that divine life force that animates all things and gives everything their unique signature frequency. And so that's really what we're wanting to connect with, but it's our ego that like gets caught up in like the vessel that it's showing up in. And so that's when we misprioritize, right? And that's when we give our power away. And that's when we think that it's what we're reaching to on the outside that's going to bring us satisfaction. And so that thing holds power over us, and there's attachment to it, because we believe that that's the thing that's going to bring us satisfaction. And that we don't know that we can reach that sense of satisfaction from within, from just a direct connection to source energy, what we're really connecting to. So when we realize that within all of these vessels that we have these experiences with, that we release this light through, when we realize that what we're really enjoying about that is just the light within that thing, then we realize that the light just shows up in everything. It's always the light. And we don't even need the thing, because we can tap into the light without the vessel at that point. It's like there are ways to feel satisfied and fulfilled just in like the surrendered state of trust, just knowing that. And so once you're in that state, it's like nothing kind of holds power over you. You've reclaimed your sovereignty. And then from there, like, you're not putting things out of context anymore. And you're less attached, because you know that whatever may come and go, you know, or stay or not, or whatever, it's always the light. And when seasons come and go, the light will always be showing up again, like just right behind that, just in the next form that you need the light in, right? Because the universe loves a void, loves to fill a void. Okay, dream your dreams. Let them blossom. Okay, that's fun. Well, what else do we need to know about the week ahead? What we can know for our highest good to really make the most of it on our potential. Oh, okay, we've got sacral chakra coming up. Sacral chakra is where the womb is. It's the lower abdomen. It's where the reproductive organs are. That realm, that chakra, is the second chakra. It's associated with the element of water. It's associated with the moon, with intuition, with the astral realm, which is where dreams are and where like souls can travel and entities can crisscross and all kinds of weird multi-dimensional far out things, man. So it's the astral realm. It's also where we have our imagination. And blocks in the sacral chakra can cause blocks in the imagination and in creativity, right? So work with the sacral chakra this week by using things that are orange. You can eat oranges, orange foods, wear orange, the color. Just look at the orange color around, or like have it around. You can, let's see, things to activate your sacral chakra, just practically speaking. I mean, you can meditate and literally imagine like vortexes going in a counterclockwise direction to clean and suck the negativity and the dark. You can picture it as like soot or like dark static, like leaving in the pinwheel of counterclockwise direction of orange. And then you can re-energize that chakra by imagining that orange light coming in a clockwise vortex, filling the chakra with light. That's just a couple of things there. Also, subconscious pattern healing and deep like inner trauma and like suppressed wounds, inner child wounds. We carry shame and guilt, especially anything attached to sex. And so the ability to be attached or unattached, to be able to detach in a healthy way, is connected with the wounding or healthiness of this chakra. Okay. Interesting. What else do we need to know to help us through the week, to make the most of it for our highest good? Ooh, okay, beginning. I love this. Well, this is very much to do with the creativity and fertility and second chakra. I'm just seeing this here. So if anybody is trying to conceive out there, maybe now's a good time to be doing that. Or maybe, just know that, there's things are fertile, right? And the more you feel like relaxed, the more fertile you are. as far as like trying to have kids. So maybe the message, if you are trying to get pregnant, is just to like imagine, already it being a done deal and being really relaxed about it, and not, letting shame or guilt or being attached to a timeline or an outcome cause tension or blocks for that, right? Because the new beginning is coming. And even if this has nothing to do with pregnancy, this is about new cycles. We are entering a new cycle of our lives. And so the new cycle of the year is really just kicking off. Finally, the energy was just so tense and stalled and still processing the old away, or shifting, it's like tectonic plates shifting. And so now we're finally in this new beginning, this new start. And so to me, it's a very positive start. There's cherry blossoms that talk about new life, spring, things being born and reborn. And, this baby looks pretty much fully ready cooked. So, it just needs to get a little fatter, and then it's, very close. So very close to seeing the new beginning. It's closer than you think. All right. What else do we need to know? I'm considering pulling 2 more cards, because when a chakra card comes up, sometimes I like to get a more detailed. But we'll see. We'll see how talkative the deck is. All right, we got a 4th card to clarify more about the week. Ooh, okay. So reflecting. Really good to reflect as things come up, right? The only way to unblock like subconscious patterns and, hidden drives and motives and things that are kind of running the show on autopilot is for when the triggers come up. And so they're annoying little blessings, and opportunities that allow you to, when you're triggered, look closely at what it is and what it's really about. And so it's important to reflect on that, because this year it's all about going through these initiations and being met with ourself and choosing this new version of self and living in the embodiment of it. And it's a process. It's a step-by-step process, and we're beginning at it, and it's all new. And so we just need to take our time and go slowly and reflect on things. All right, let's just do 1 more card for good measure. Or maybe leave well enough alone. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Let's just keep shuffling. Oh, here we go. Love. Love, love, love. That is always really the aim. No matter what kind of love we're talking about. It could be romantic love. It could be platonic love. It could be agape love. We're always trying to learn unconditional love. And so the more that we release the layers of the ego, and to do that, it's like we melt that away with love within ourselves, just with acceptance and giving that love to ourselves. And as that melts away those layers of negativity and it releases those sparks of light, then it makes it easier for us to love with less judgment at others. And then eventually that love becomes real, where it's just radiant and there, and it's unchanging, and it's not conditional. It's just the way we are and who we are, and it's unchanging, and we are love, and that is who we are. And it's just the parts of us that are still triggered, where we feel fearful and we feel scarcity and we feel lack and we feel doubt, and so then we are reactive and we get triggered and we fall into old patterns. So yeah, the only way through that, the only way to heal, by embracing love for yourself first, and letting others love you, and surrounding yourself with people and things and all kinds of things that evoke love within you and without you and around you. All right, y'all. Well, I mean, I think I feel pretty good about the week. Let's hope so. We've got Dream, but this is like such a beautiful card. I mean, there are lots of like darker elements to this deck, so I mean, this is very positive here. We've got Sacral Chakra. We've got Beginning, Reflect, and Love. Choose love over fear. Choose to replace fear with love. And choose love. Yeah. Choose love. No matter what. Always. All right, y'all. Be good, but not too good. Ciao.